The Met School is a very different kind of school. And it was made to be that way. And it was made to be that way because most high schools are boring places where students are not engaged.
I didn't care about anything. I just fooled around in class. I just wanted to be with the crowd. From first grade on, school was not my thing. I didn't really take my work seriously. I had a lot of my work either not handed in or late.
Every kid is very different. And our mantra was one student at a time.
I'm an 11th grader, and my current internship is at the Latino Psychological Institute, where I have a mentor who does sort of the evaluations for people who are applying for disability with Social Security.
I came into the Met knowing already what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a lawyer, and I still do. And through the internships that I had, for example, at the Attorney General's office and at the State House, I grew with my passion even more.
I started off cooking, like I said, and that was not the thing for me. I realized that right away. I was like, this is not what I want to do. I started volunteering at the fire department, and I knew firefighters what I want to do.
They are excited and they're engaged in their learning. So my role is really to produce some enthusiasm for education and make it fun, and provide students with opportunities to build their skills, their 21st century skills.
Cool. Right. So how does the soldier seem to be doing in the game?
The thing that really helps me is basically the freedom to choose whatever you want to do, because in a lot of public high schools, it's kind of hard to find things that really relate to my interest. And so I made a book called Color My Feelings. And basically what it is, it's a book that focuses on the 40 developmental assets. And so what I did is I researched the 40 developmental assets, and I kind of condensed them down for children to understand. I picked the ones that I found most important, and I drew little illustrations to go along with it. It teaches you a whole bunch of different topics, from like sharing with others or cheering people up when they feel sad.
I think it's good too in terms of the diversity. You didn't really stick with a specific definable race or ethnicity. I think that's good because people can color it however they determine it too, which was good. I know that we talked about.
Another question.
Sure.
How are they going to use this as a learning tool for children in classrooms?
I know that with some of the social emotional learning standards that they have, especially within the early care settings, they were having a lot of trouble with how do we teach kids, sharing and being nice, especially if they're visual and we want to include art projects. So this is going to be included in some of the classroom curriculum.
I think the core standards are important. I think it's going to be very important on how they are looked at and how they influence. Because if everyone thinks that you can just take a standard and teach it in the regular way, the gap is not going to narrow. You're going to have just as many, maybe more kids dropping out. And so my warning always is, the standards are great to set the stage, but if a school doesn't innovate and really create and really use the technology and personalize their school and use real work, they're not going to hit those standards. And
to figure out if an item is 20% off, what could you do, Rob?
With 20% off, then you would, instead of finding out what the 20% is and subtracting it from the whole, you would just find out what the 80% was, and then that's the answer.
Right.
The responsibility is to the students, number one, is to make sure they graduate ready. And I started and I said, everyone's got to be ready to go to college. Did I care if everyone went to college? No. but I wanted everyone to believe they could go to college, and that was the high level. On the other hand, if a kid says, I really want to be a great welder, that doesn't mean we're not helping the kid learn to read and write better, but he also, we help him get a certificate in welding.
So I came to the school, I found out that my passion was really entrepreneurship. I started E360 in the 9th grade, and I just loved it. I ended up starting my own business, and here I am today. And what we do and also sell is basically social awareness bracelets that incorporate non-precious stones from developing countries that support the growth of poor villages where the stones originate.
In the summer, I came every day just to work on my business, to prepare for an upcoming competition.
And they go through and write a business plan, and through that they learn the different concepts of the plan, from the narrative to doing the math to figuring out economics of one unit, what they project over time, and then presenting that plan. So all students present the plan in class, and from there we figure out who really understands and can go in depth, and is it feasible. And
the Met isn't like any other school that you're going to find. The Met is very focused on students being able to express themselves freely and being able to show the responsibility and growth that comes along with it each year.
It's not like, okay, school's over at 3, work ends at 3. It's we want to do it because that's my passion. That's what I want to do when I get older. So that's one of the biggest things about the Met, is that you get to pursue your passion. You get to do all your work around your passion. So it makes you really want to do your work, and it makes you do your best work.
And what I could really say to any administrators or people from traditional high schools is that they should be letting these people see what they want to do, letting the students know what they want, not just giving them sort of a curriculum that they need to follow and do this so that they can get into colleges, but to know what they're going to do when they get in there, because it's a big step.